Okay, that's great. So before I forgot, let me introduce myself first to you. I am Janice. What's your name? Okay, nice to meet you, Cody. How's your day so far? Oh, you have a dog. Uh-huh. Wow, that's nice. Is that the usual thing you do in the morning? All right. Mm-hmm. But it helps anyway. Mhm. All right, and it's my pleasure to be your teacher this morning. And before we start with our lesson, Koki, is my speaking speed just okay with you? All right, so let's begin now with our lesson. And today's lesson is daily news that's about how social media changes politics. Is that correct? So to start with the lesson, let's have the words and phrases. Let's learn some of the words that are used in the article. So let's have the first word. Please repeat after me once. Prioritize. Now let's read the example sentence. The company must prioritize customer satisfaction above all else. Now please make a sentence using that word. Mhm. All right, that's good. So now let's move into the next word, compelling. Now let's read the example sentence. That documentary presented a compelling argument for environmental protection. Now please make a sentence using that word. Mhm. All right, that's correct. So now let's move into the next word, accumulate. Over the years, she accumulated valuable experience in the field. Now please make a sentence using that word. Mhm. I'm so sorry, to. Okay. So now let's have the next word, emerge. New technologies emerge from continuous research and innovation. Now please make a sentence using that word. Yeah, I think that's the truth, right? So now let's move on to the last word, provocative. The artist's provocative statement sparked debate among critics. Now, please make a sentence that way. So it's an adjective. Mm-hmm. But the word provoke. Mm-hmm. All right, that's all right. Great. Well, you're really good at making sentences. So, do you have any questions about those, Koki? All right, since everything is clear, let's move into the next part, which is comprehension. Are you familiar with the direction there, Koki? All right, so let's go directly to the listening focus part. Let's check the questions that you will have to answer later. So please look at those as I read them twice. Let's have the first question. What does Newsom's strategy demonstrate about going viral in modern politics? What does Newsom's strategy demonstrate about going viral in modern politics? Number two, according to the article, how did Newsom's team succeed in capturing public attention? According to the article, how did Newsom's team succeed in capturing public attention? And number three, why might Newsom's strategy be difficult for others to replicate successfully? Why might Newsom's strategy be difficult for others to replicate successfully? So now let's listen to the audio. So which audio would you like to listen to, Koki? All right, here it is.
How social media changes politics. Social media has changed how politicians communicate. California Governor Gavin Newsom shows this shift. He uses a strategy that prioritizes viral engagement. His approach includes all caps posts and AI images. This demonstrates that going viral is now a planned goal. The metrics supporting Newsom's strategy are compelling. Since August 2025, his accounts accumulated approximately 3 million followers. His X account gained between 250,000 and 350,000 followers within months. These figures show something important. Viral content emerges from calculated strategy. His team's deployment of engaging visual content and provocative messaging captured public attention effectively. Several factors contribute to this strategy's success. Newsom's established political stature provides inherent credibility. His dedicated social media team ensures timely content production. His multi-platform approach reaches diverse demographic groups. By leveraging TikTok, Instagram, and X simultaneously, he maximizes audience penetration. Authenticity remains paramount, despite his confrontational tone. His communications resonate as genuine rather than performative. However, this approach presents significant limitations for others. Replicating Newsom's strategy without equivalent resources or established reputation risks undermining credibility. Political context and organizational capacity fundamentally determine effectiveness. The challenge facing modern political communication involves balancing viral reach with substantive engagement. Success requires aligning bold tactics with authentic messaging. This ensures visibility translates into meaningful democratic participation.
All right. So now would you like to listen to it one more time or we gonna go directly answering the questions below? Okay, sure. Here it is,
How
Koki.
social media changes politics. Social media has changed how politicians communicate. California Governor Gavin Newsom shows this shift. He uses a strategy that prioritizes viral engagement. His approach includes all caps posts and AI images. This demonstrates that going viral is now a planned goal. The metrics supporting Newsom's strategy are compelling. Since August 2025, his accounts accumulated approximately 3 million followers. His X account gained between 250,000 and 350,000 followers within months. These figures show something important. Viral content emerges from calculated strategy. His team's deployment of engaging visual content and provocative messaging captured public attention effectively. Several factors contribute to this strategy's success. Newsom's established political stature provides inherent credibility. His dedicated social media team ensures timely content production. His multi-platform approach reaches diverse demographic groups. By leveraging TikTok, Instagram, and X simultaneously, he maximizes audience penetration. Authenticity remains paramount, despite his confrontational tone. His communications resonate as genuine rather than performative. However, this approach presents significant limitations for others. Replicating Newsom's strategy without equivalent resources or established reputation risks undermining credibility. Political context and organizational capacity fundamentally determine effectiveness. The challenge facing modern political communication involves balancing viral reach with substantive engagement. Success requires aligning bold tactics with authentic messaging. This ensures visibility translates into meaningful democratic participation.
All right, so now let's go to answering the questions below. Let's have the first one, Koki. What does Newsome strategy demonstrate about going viral in modern politics? That's right. Good. Let's have question number two. According to the article, how did Newsom's team succeed in capturing public attention? That's right. That's correct. Good. And lastly, number three, why might Newsom's strategy be difficult for others to replicate successfully? That's right. Good. So now let's move on to the next activity, which is reading out loud the article. So kindly start whenever you are ready, Koki. All right. Thank you for reading. So, do you have any questions about that? All right. Since you don't have any questions, before we move on to the discussion part, so I've noticed that you were hesitant in pronouncing this word. So let's just have a quick review for that. Could you please read again that word in your chat box? Okay, you perfectly pronounced it correctly. Good. So now let's have the discussion part. So as you can see, Koki, there are six questions there you need to answer. So I'm gonna read each, then you can answer freely or you can open the answer key to have a better idea of how to answer. So let's begin with the first one. Do you think using AI generated images in political posts is a good strategy? Why or why not? Mm-hmm, hmm. That's really true because it depends on the audience. Right? And of course, not all of the people are really into computer, especially the elderly ones. hmm So now, um, easily recognize Mhm. the real. Mm. Yeah, yeah. But honestly, in my case, sometimes, yeah, AI really look real. Yeah, sometimes it's also confusing. Mhm. So now I will send you some example answers for that. Would you like to check those now or just check those later after the lesson? All right, so let's continue answering the second question. Do you usually follow the social media accounts of famous leaders or politicians? Why? Mm-hmm. Why not? All right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Publicly. That's true. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's true. That's true. Especially if your friends are really interested in politics. Yeah, it would really pop up on your feed, in your new feeds. Mm-hmm. Are you not interested in politics? Mm-hmm. You should. Yeah, as a citizen, as a citizen there. Yeah, to be updated with the things around you. But how can you be updated? How can you updated about the news around you or like new changes about your country? All right. Mm-hmm. From your friends. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Because they have some breaking news, right? Every now and then. Uh-huh, uh-huh. So you're forced to listen to it because you're listening to the radio. So now let's have question number three. The question is, which social media platform do you use most often to get news? Why? That's but not intentionally, right? hmm All right. So now, since we only have 3 minutes left to cookie, so let's have a quick review first. All right. So let's practice first some words you have learned from this lesson. Look at your chat box and please repeat after me 3 times. Prioritize, prioritize, prioritize. Compelling, compelling, compelling. Accumulated, accumulated, accumulated. All right. And for the mispronounced words, so I didn't really notice serious mistakes that you made. And in regards with your speaking skill, yeah, that's actually, I'm quite amazed, honestly, with the way you speak English, especially when we had just started the lesson. I can really distinguish that you have studied already English seriously, I think, since you have that kind of skill already. And oh, it makes you laugh. Why? Is it right? Yeah, I can say that you are taking this lesson seriously. That's because of the skill that you're having right now. So what I can suggest, because I don't have really like I didn't really see like serious mistakes from your sentences. Oh, I noticed once when you said if there is some, but you change it immediately into a correct one. So I don't need to point out those things. So that only means that you can easily notice your grammatical mistakes every time you make sentences. So probably I can suggest the only thing that I can suggest to you is to not stop using English every day because as you know it's second language. Yeah, and it's easy to forget a second language. So try to have it or try to use it every day if you as much as possible, right? because this is a second language. But have you tried studying English abroad? Ah, okay. In London, all right. So you have stayed there for quite time. All right. Yeah, because your accent is also a bit different, like somewhat like a first user, not really like a native, not really a native English speaker, but if you're gonna compare it to the ordinary Japanese English speaker, so it really differs from yours. Ah, I see. Oh, unfortunately, we don't have much time, Koki. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.